Hello YouTube, this is Pastor Green. Today we're going to be doing another Bible study on the book of Genesis chapter 5. You can email me with any questions at GodsOHman, that's GODSOHMAN @gmail.com. This is going to be a YouTube Bible study, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel, click the notification bell, like, and also comment on my page. Subscribing and clicking the notification bell will let you know when I post a new video. Liking and commenting is going to help me with my YouTube algorithms. That way I get more views on YouTube. We're starting on Genesis 5 verse 1. Genesis 5 is actually a really interesting chapter. All it does is talk about the genealogies from Adam all the way up to Noah. And the cool thing is God actually named the first 10 people of the Bible. The first 10 firstborns. And at the end I want to show you something interesting with their names. So we're starting with Genesis 5 verse 1. This is the book of generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begot a son of his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And in the days of Adam after he begot Seth were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Now the interesting thing about this is it says that Adam begot sons and daughters. A lot of people question, well, where did all the people come from if we just started with Adam and Eve? Obviously they married their brothers and sisters. That's just how it had to be in the beginning. And it said they begot sons and daughters. Now you have to figure that Adam lived to be 930 years old before he died. How many kids can you have in 930 years? It's actually Jewish tradition that they had, I think they said 56 or 58 children. That's a lot of kids. We're going to continue on to the next verse. And Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 870 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and then he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begot Canaan. And Enos lived after he begot Canaan 815 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahali. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahali 840 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahali lived 65 years and begot Jared. And Mahali lived after he begot Jared 830 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahali were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 862 years and begot Enoch. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God had took him. I want to stop here for a second. Enoch and Elijah are the only two people in the Bible that they never died. In the book of Revelation, it talks about two witnesses. And a lot of people, including me, think that Enoch and Elijah are going to be these two witnesses because the Bible says there's a appointed man wants to die, and actually that's the judgment. And since these two men never died, they have to live. They have to die first, so they have to come back and die. I don't know that that's true or not, but that's just something that I believe, and many biblical scholars believe that as well. And Methuselah lived 807 years and begot Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the And all the days of Methuselah was 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived in 802 years, and begot a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and our toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And it's really interesting if you actually take the Bible charts and you take the first person and you plot how old they were when they had their next kid, and you keep doing that for all the firstborns, and then you go all the way up to Joseph. Then we have secular history telling us when that happened. You get about 4,000 BC for the beginning of creation. You can get this chart at drdino.com. He sells them for $30 for 6 of them. Or if I come to your church, or if you personally know me, you can ask me, and I can sell you one of these for $5. It's really interesting though when you actually take and plot the chart out, and the line right there on the right-hand side is when the flood happened. It's really interesting when you actually chart it that Methuselah, he's the oldest man that ever lived, and he actually died the year of the flood. But it's really interesting when you plot this chart out, because there's different things you can see. I mean, like for instance, if you look at Adam, you can see that he got to see Seth, Enos, Canaan, and Mahaliel before he died, as well as Jared and Enoch and Methuselah. It's kind of weird when you see this kind of things, because you don't actually think about that. But yeah, you can get this for $30 at drdino.com, or if you know me, you can get it from me for $5. The School for Reference Bible says that the first day of creation was 4004 BC. Obviously, I'm not going to say that's exactly what it was. I don't say that it was 4004 BC, October 23rd at 2 p.m. And almost all the new textbooks say BCE, which is before the Common Era. Of course, I'm not going to go that far, but if you take the Bible charts and you plot them and you look it down, it's about 6,000 years ago, and it's right around 4,000 BC. If you take the first 10 names that are given in the Bible, it's really interesting. Adam means man, Seth means appointed, Enos means mortal, Canaan means sorrow, Malahali means the blessed God, Jared means shall come down, Enoch means teaching, Methuselah means his death shall bring, Lamech means the despairing, and Noah means rest. So when you take these and you plot them in a sentence, you get, man is appointed moral sorrow, but the blessed God shall come down, teaching that his death shall bring the despairing rest. That's really interesting when you see that, Adam sinned, so he is appointed moral sorrow, but God's going to come down teaching that his death shall bring the despairing rest, which is talking about Jesus Christ. A lot of people don't actually know that when you actually take the first names, you take the names and you actually plot them on a sentence. This was a really short chapter. I appreciate you guys listening to me do Genesis 5. We'll do Genesis 6 probably in a couple days. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like it, and also comment. And if you need to email me, you can email me at GodsOHman at gmail.com. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day.